shade on his head now. I got something special cooked up for it. It's a song about Germany.
Skin rampant from my shady hair.
I got my butt plug because I knew you'd be here tonight.
We'll have our own little see you later. You want to curl around?
Means why. So every time I start up, it says why, and I say because I have to get to work, and it says why, and I say so I get the favorite shrimps on you, which I can't afford on myself, and it says because the military-industrial complex is trying to persuade us that we must all be a part of the road next, or else perish like the insects that we are. And it said, why? And I said, because if we didn't buy automobiles, then all those foreign people would be out of jobs. And then they'd come and take all our stuff away. So it wouldn't matter anymore. And it said, why? And I said, because like most Americans, I can't walk more than 200 yards. So start already! Start! Damn it! Start! You fucking nasty car! And it started.
We love doing
Goddamn red tomato!
All right. Being of hi Bridget, Bridget, the bar's open. Hank wants everybody's business too, and I'll tell you, the drinks here are cheap, very cheap. Yeah, I'm gonna buy you a round. Hold that breath. Being of uncircumcised persuasion, that song scared the living fuck out of me. That was the wrong hero. With that's not phallic. Just I can't get this right. That's the wrong hero. With red tomato, ladies and gentlemen. Red tomato.
You're wrong, I tell you.
Cars and My Familiar will be a single on Shimmy Disc Fund. In the meantime, those of you who read The Noise, fill out the Noise poll. It's, you know, they can win a Maxi Award for this. They already got my vote for Best Radio Tape of the Year, which is Cars. So fill that out. It's called Cars, Red Tomato. And other percussion instrument, that's for other instrument, Kristen from Red Tomato. Isn't she great? Kristen Holstein. It's Holstein. I mean, what do you think of that typewriter?
Hey, you guys at the bar. Swan check. That's tokenism, man. Learn a little bit of Welsh or Irish or whatever the hell it is. Okay, boys, you ready for the Filthy Midget Mart? I'm going to close up the show with the Filthy Midget Mart. You ever hear of this place? It's right across from Purity Supreme. It's the evil opposite, well, in some ways, because it's the Filthy Midget Mart. That's right, the Filthy Midget Mart, inconveniently located behind a greasy steam grate. At the Filthy Midget Mart, as you enter our store, be careful of the landmines, or you'll be picking yourself up by your own bootstraps, literally, at the Filthy Midget Mart. Because at the Filthy Midget Mart, we maim to please. Is that a stinking pile of compost, or is that our produce section? You'll be the judge at Filthy Midget Mart. Is that our floral department, or is it just weeds growing out of the dirt floor? You're the man behind the wheel at Filthy Midget Mart. Why go to Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or Alamogordo when you can buy government-approved irradiated foods at our very own refrigerated 3 Mile Island at Filthy Midget Mart? Because we don't sell sissy stuff like food water and fabric softeners at Filthy Midget Mart. We sell brawny He-Man, cowboy engine killing, husky, Vans type stuff like caged gorillas and nuclear waste and plastic explosives at Filthy Midget Mart. Poultry's so fresh it's still walking around. If you consider pigeons poultry, only at Filthy Midget Mart. Our seafood's so fresh it's still walking around. If you consider silverfish seafood at Filthy Midget Mart. We know you came into the store for milk and bread, but we don't sell that stuff here. But we have the largest selection of chewing tobacco and prosthetic jaws on the East Coast, only at Filthy Midget Mart. When you go to the checkout line, we don't offer you paper or plastic. We throw the shit at your head. That's why we have the fastest checkout lines in the business at Filthy Midget Mart. Filthy Midget Mart, located in the heart of the ghetto. Our motto is, we just don't care at Filthy Midget Mart! Filthy Midget Mart, horribly, inconveniently located in the heart of a teeming, festering slum that
put Calcutta to shame.
Because you don't deserve any better at Filthy Midget Mart. I'm the wrong hero. And you are beginning to bore me because you make me nervous. Because you're skull and crossbones. Hey, is that poison? If I take poison, will I be a pirate?
Ahoy there! It's the good ship Mercurochrome. I'm the biggest pirate on the block. I drank a whole bottle of it.
Little Timmy drinks Mercurochrome and is magically transformed into Peter Pan, Captain Hook, all them pirate dudes. Yeah! No, actually, kids, don't drink anything that has a skull and crossbones on it. Take it from me. That's like an ideogram that even a 3-year-old is intended to comprehend. In other words, don't do it! Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Good night. Wait for the Modrics. They're coming up next.
It's Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo. Let's hear it for Mark Mothersbaugh.
I'd like to sing you a little song myself. This goes out to Swindle. It's in honor of them. Yes, I'm the wrong hero, and people say to me, wrong hero, what do you believe in? This following song will tell you exactly what I believe in. It's called I Steal Weapons to Commit Further Crimes. I don't give a fuck about this song. I don't care if it fucking rhymes. If you want to know what turns me on, I steal weapons to commit further crimes. It's all too much for me to take. I'm sick of this fucking place. I don't like these terminal walls. If you want to know what makes me thrive, I steal weapons to commit further crimes. I don't want to snort your fucking coat. I don't want to do your fucking lines. If you want to know what turns me on, I steal weapons to commit further crimes. I'm the wrong hero. I'd like to thank Swindle and the Ray Nation Band and Mickey Bliss and his organ combo for one hell of an evening. Good night. Sorry. Guys. I'm in trouble again. Yeah.
Zoom in on that. Zoom in on half.
Can't see it.
Okay, folks, it's showtime once again down here at the world-famous Kirkland Cafe in beautiful downtown Somerville. And tonight, as you can see, we have another really big show for you. We have a nice sweets table over there on top of the checkerboard. And Hank's made a nice pot of coffee to go with the sweets, and we're featuring Mexican coffee, Irish coffee tonight, all with whipped cream. So you can head on over there and get some nice hot drinks. We have quite a few acts tonight. We have Slide, so hope you have your dancing shoes on. We have the X's, We have Chronic Pleasure. Greg Flynn will be up here playing the big old Hammond organ, and we'll welcome and sing-alongs. We have a couple of people signed up already. Little Stevie Randell is going to come up here and belt out a couple. We also have a special guest star who's come all the way up from Texas, and she may or may not sing, but hopefully we can encourage her to come up here because she has a real beautiful voice. We have our great big New Year's party coming up, New Year's Eve. There's tickets available over at the counter, and that's going to be a very fine time for all. The Kirkland Cafe here is going to prepare a feast fit for kings and queens. Some of you that have been to our times before know what they can do here, man. They're going to whip something up, some roast turkeys and mashed potatoes and gravy and all that good stuff. Kenny Highland's going to host the party, and he'll be down here with his clan doing everybody's favorites. Slide will be back. The Modniks, Rattle Heater. You better get your tickets in advance because there's limited attendance only, folks, and they're already selling like hotcakes. So the bands will all have them, and the bar has them. You can come down here anytime. And of course, speaking of New Year's, this is a time when a lot of people start contemplating, thinking about turning over new leaves. And sometimes you can take time away from your regular daily toil and grind that keeps your mind so wound up in circles that you don't have time to contemplate and reflect. And sometimes when you do start to reflect, you start thinking about the meaning of life and trying to fathom a theory of the universe. And as you do this, you come to one conclusion: that the utmost virtue any person can have is veneration for life. Veneration for all life forms, even alien life forms that might be inimical to our own life form. Which brings us to my subject right now. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our star attraction, direct from an unknown planet. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Santa's little helper, the Wrong Hero.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Hey, little lady, why don't you come over here and sit on the Wrong Hero's lap? Oh, oh, oh! Mary! I feel like an idiot. I don't either, pal.
Hey, someone left this Coke can in my pubic hairs. I'm the Wrong Hero. Alcoholic. Drug addict. I'm a little verklempt. Drug addict. Easy guy to shop for. Round Christmas time. You know, people sometimes think that getting presents and money is the true meaning of Christmas. I'm here to tell you that there are things that are more important than presents or money. The gleam in a young child's eye, the contented sigh of old grandpa after he has his Christmas feast, sleigh bells twinkling in the snow. Well, you can keep all that shit. I want the money and the presents, okay? That's fine for you. Give me the money, okay? Because the thing is, I'm not going to get nothing for Christmas. You hear? Nothing. But I'll tell you something about getting nothing. The good thing about it is, it's easy to bring back to the store, okay? You know, the average American spends $616 a year on Christmas presents, which is about $200 a year more than the average resident of Haiti makes in 1 year. Well, I spent a similar amount on Christmas presents this year. I spent $6.16 to buy 21 29-cent stamps to all my friends saying that they weren't going to get any Christmas presents this year. But I gave my dog a Christmas present. I put a bouillon cube in the toilet bowl. Cream of doggy soup. Alright, that's great. 1.5 minutes, the first laugh. I'm not doing so bad. Usually it takes about 10 minutes, but I only have 10 minutes, so. This Christmas, I think I'm going to have a banquet.
A banquet, frozen, fucking turkey, TV, dinner. I'm gonna stick it in the oven at 3,000 degrees for 3 seconds, pop it out of there, eat it, aluminum foil it all.
That's what I'm going to have for Christmas, a banquet. And you guys do your Christmas shopping? Mr. Kirk, what did you buy for your loved one? Oh, it's a secret. I get it. Well, I'll tell you what I don't want for Christmas. I don't want minty, swishy, fruity, candy-flavored, ice cream-colored shampoos. That's what I don't want. I don't want to smell like fucking Carmen Miranda when I'm out there with the boys on the construction line, breaking rocks, making big ones out of little ones and vice versa on the prison chain gang. I don't want any of that. I don't want to smell like a man. Because, you know, I've noticed that there's a big difference between men's refrigerators and women's refrigerators. Women's refrigerators have perfume and powder puffs and petunias and Marlboro Lights. But a man's refrigerator has nuclear waste, a monkey's paw with a jewel clutched inside of it, condoms, cigars, and filthy Vaseline from working on the oil pumps. That's what a man's refrigerator has. And that's what I want, stuff to put in a man's refrigerator. And I'm sick of all the old presents. I don't want Old Spice, I want new spice. I don't want old Crow, I want new Crow. I don't want old Milwaukee, I want new Milwaukee. You know, when I was growing up, I used to get confused. I used to confess my sins to Santa Claus and ask the priest for presents. My family was very eccentric, as you might have guessed. When I was bad, they didn't give me coal in my stocking. They gave me antimatter. And when I tried to play with it, it left a 60-foot crater and destroyed all the other kids' toys. One year when I was good, they gave me a white dwarf star. Michael J. Fox. There's a nice thing about being in exile. You don't have to buy any Christmas presents. Well, my belly is full. That's right, bribe them by cramming their fat, greasy mouths full of goodies. That'll make them nice and snappy and content. Yeah. I can't wait to see Lorena Bobbitt in a production of The Nutcracker. That's what I'm waiting for. Hey, if the Virgin Mary had drank coffee when she was pregnant with Jesus, would Jesus have become an agent? Oh, who's on line two? Mary Magdalene? Give me God. I'm not talking to Mary Magdalene. Tell her to quit bothering me. I'm going to have a restraining order put out against her if she doesn't quit bothering me. Who's on line one? Mary Virgin Mother? Tell her to call me back. Okay, I don't have time for her. Listen, I'm going to talk to God. I'm talking directly to the big fella, see? Hello, God? Sweetie, baby, honey, how are you, big fella? Hey, listen. What do you get God for his birthday? I know. A trip to the Chuck E. Cheese in California, where the big mouse pushes the kids around.
I think God would get a big kick out of that. Alright, I can see that I'm not moving you, so I'm going to end my appearance here at Club Bohemia. Thank you for your grudging applause. Next time I appear here, Einstein, you and I shall have a disquisition on space and time, but until that time I would like to recite The Shining, or A Visit from St. Nicholson. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the hotel, Jack Nicholson was trying to write a novel, and he was mad as hell! His family knew he was crazy when he tried to smash through the door with an axe saying, "Here's Johnny." Alright, well, in keeping with the festive Christmas theme here at the Club Bohemia at the Kirkland Cafe, I would like to sing a medley of the Wrong Heroes Christmas hits. Can I have Mr. Greg Hill up here? Mr. Greg Hill, paging Greg Hill. Calling Greg Hill to the stage. I'm sorry, Greg Flynn. Mr. Greg Flynn, calling Greg Flynn. Is there a Mr. Greg Flynn in the house? Paging Mr. Greg Flynn. Oh well, forget it. I'll just have to do without it. Okay, here goes. This is the part that is worthwhile to listen through. You might learn something. Keep cramming their greasy maws full of them cookies there, Mickey. I'll see you, hairy gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Our barbershop is open on Christmas Day. Oh, little clown of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. The mob you squealed on rubbed you up and left you here to Jesus the snowman. He'll be back again someday. Oh, Christmas tree, this song's repetitive and boring. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. What the hell does kumbaya mean, my Lord? What the hell does kumbaya mean? Lord only knows kumbaya, Lord only knows. And my hit, This Man Called Santa Claus Must Die, which goes a little something like this. Santa is a liar! Set his beard on fire! Santa is a loafer! A big fat sweaty gopher! Santa is a phony! Ho 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 baloney! Santa is stupid! Santa is a double XY mutant! Bringing all his gifts of toys for all except the poorest girls and boys. So if you see a twinkle in my eye, that means this man called Santa Claus must die. And I too now must perish, but not before I bring up Mr. Greg Flynn on the organ. Let's give him a hand, Mr. Greg Flynn.
Believe me, he's raring to go tonight with his Christmas special. Of course, as you know, I'm Mickey Bliss. And we're down here every Friday night doing this Club Bohemia thing. So we hope we'll all see you down here again. And we hope especially we'll see you on New Year's Eve for a gala New Year's celebration. We're going to have a hot time and old time that night. Kenny Hyler's coming in. He's going to host the thing. He's going to bring in his clan. Slide will be back. We will have the Modniks. We're going to have a lot of free food, complimentary champagne, and tickets are on sale now. You can pick them up at the bar, but you better pick them up quick because there's only a limited number available, folks, and they're going real quick. And, do I say our special star attraction this evening? Ladies and gentlemen, may we have a warm round of applause for the Wrong
Listen, I'm not going to write the great American novel. I'm going to write the lousy American novel, okay? And here's what some of the reviews are going to read like. This novel's terrible, New York Times. How dare you waste my time with this infantile garbage, Boston Globe. I don't know, I kind of like it, Boston Herald. Thank you. I think I work at the Kennedy School of Government, and I steal the milk from the coffee supply every day, and I overhear them in back of me, the future policymakers of the United States, and they're saying, when is he going to pay for that milk? And I say to them, when are you going to pay for your crimes to humanity? Well, I think maybe it's time for me to give something back. So I'm going to raffle off some of my albums from my collection. Is there anybody here that still has a record player? No? Good. Then these records will be even more useless to you than I had anticipated. This one's called Prophet Unwilling. It's the story of my life. Do I hear $5? $2? $1? 50 cents? 25 cents? Free. I'll pay you a penny to take it. Any takers? No? Well, I'm keeping it then. Here's the good stuff. Hi, I don't live near Newton John. I'm from Australia. I pretend to smoke cigarettes in the movie Grease to get all the people horny. What do I hear for this? $2? $1? 50 cents? Free? Anybody? Free. Free. It's got hits like, you're the one that I want. No? Well, it's that cheap vinyl. It doesn't break with a resounding snap. It doesn't break at all. She's strong. Very strong. Barbara Streisand. Barbara. We got the message. 25 cents? Nickel, pass it on up here. I'm gonna move to fucking Mexico with this money. I can live like a king on 5 cents. Here you go. I don't want to throw it. It might be damaged. Thank you, Mickey. Well, on 5 cents to the riches, I have enhanced my yearly income by approximately 3%. For all you... Yeah, I will after the show. I have my own show at the Middle East every Saturday from 1 in the afternoon until 2:30, or until they call me kicking and screaming off the stage. Whatever comes first, usually the latter. Now we have Helen Reddy. I am woman, hear me out. I've got charm, but so does proof. Anybody? $5, $2, $1, 50 cents, 25 cents. I'll give that nickel back to whoever takes it. You know? Let's see how this one breaks. It says, don't mess with a woman. She's strong too. Strong women, that's what it's about. And finally, the crown jewel of my collection, An Evening with John Denver. Let's see. An Evening with Adolf Eichmann. An Evening with Dr. Kevorkian. You love these records, and now it's An Evening with John Denver, featuring all of his hits and non-hits, like Leaving on a Jet Plane, Rocking on the Street, Grandma's Featherbed, and I Poured Gasoline at the height of the gasoline prices. But that's not on the record, I just made that up. This is a double, maybe it'll break. Yes, yes!
I knew that Charles Atlas course would come in handy. Well, I think I have given you enough enjoyment. It is so hard for me to give of myself to you. But although you have not been an enthusiastic audience, at the very least, you have not thrown large metal objects at me, with the exception of that nickel. I better not press my luck. I'm glad that I have been able to create at least a small measure of goodwill to enable you to stay to see these fine young performers. Young, that is, when compared to me, the wrong hero. For I am old and feeble. Your youth and energy and enthusiasm makes me feel even more decrepit. However, this band will make you get up and move. And before too long, once they have set up all of their dynamic equipment, they will regale you with many fine songs from their ever-expanding repertoire. Now listen up closely, because I'm going to divulge unto you the name of this ensemble. They are called Slide. I have a request to do something with this gun. Well, let's see, okay. How about if I turn Slide from the good people that they really are into evil people with my goodness extractor? Would you care to join me in this endeavor? Alright, now, your name's Ken, right? John. John, you're good, aren't you? You are good, are you not? Alright, the goodness extractor will make you evil. Now say something. Uh-oh, he's frightening. I'm going to have to cancel the effects of the goodness extractor. Now, see, he's good again. It works really great. I'm going to try it on myself. I love you all. You know I love you all. You know, there's no such thing as an ugly woman. Just a lazy woman. I want you all to drink very generously in the bar. Leave gigantic tips even though you are a teetotaler. So please, I want you to give a big hand to the sound man over there. He works very hard. And most of all, I want you to give a big hand for yourselves. Because you're beautiful. Really beautiful. I know that when you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, sometimes you think, I have crow's feet. I have gray hairs. I only have about 40 years to live, unless medical science becomes sufficiently advanced to enhance my life to the point where I can rob other people living in the southern hemisphere of their benighted existences. But you may think all these things, but you're really beautiful. Oh, this is nauseating. Okay, now I'm back again on the wrong arrow, and I think I've been up here long enough. And let's hear it for Slide. They're going to be up very shortly. Come on, come on. Give them a big welcome. Slide!
Listen, if you want to be old and flabby and, you know, it's your prerogative, you know what I mean?
That's all my business. I even call my baby gets back.
Hey, why not? Eat donuts in the morning. Even if you don't wear that red lipstick, you know, I mean, if you do wear it, nobody's going to care anymore. It's like, look at that woman with the red lipstick.
Red lipstick on all the donuts.
One more round of applause for the X's, please. You can see this entire performance, with the exception of Chronic Pleasures, who didn't want to be videotaped, on Channel 66 Thursday, Cambridge Community Television, starting at 9 p.m. And now in the 2 minutes which remain, I'd like to explain why the wrong hero wears a dress. Hi, I'm the wrong hero. Let's give up for the X's one more time, please, please, please. I only got 1 minute and a half to explain. Okay, why do policemen and rock stars wear black leather jackets? Why do priests wear robes? Why do Scotchmen wear kilts? It's part of their occupational uniform. But verily, where is the uniform which will inform us of the nature of our war? The nature of my war is to destroy your putrid, feeble earth comedy as you know it, in much the same way that punk rockers strove to eliminate arena rock. And that is perhaps the best and most concise answer I can give to the question, why in the hell do you wear a dress? What are you, some kind of transvestite? No. I am merely trying to startle your expectations in much the same way they were startled when you were a young child and watched water spiraling down the drain for the very first time and saw another world. I want you to see another world. Thank you all for coming out to Club Bohemia here at the Kirkland Cafe. Good night.
Well, okay, folks, that about wraps things up for tonight. Another show down here at the Kirkland. But don't forget, we're here every Thursday and every Friday. And we have our big New Year's Eve party coming up December 31st. So get your tickets now before they run out. So until next time on New Year's Eve, this is Mickey Bliss saying thank you and good night.
Who am I? What am I doing here?
Who? Go on, take your best shot right here. Come on, fella. I'm not Houdini. I'm not gonna kill over with a fucking acute appendicitis attack. Give me your best shot, asshole. Yeah? Well, someday you'll be begging for it. Bend over.
Hey, buddy, you get the money.
Well, I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit. That's the fucking problem.
Oh, okay. You don't give a shit. That's your fucking problem. I don't like your attitude, wrong hero. You know what I say when people say, I don't like your smart aleck attitude? I say, what fucking attitude would you prefer, asshole? Supine, preferably kissing your buttocks, and will change my attitude for you, because I am infinitely malleable. Because I'm the wrong hero. And who put those syringes in the Diet Pepsi cans? Ray Charles. He's a junkie. He had the keys to the Diet Pepsi warehouse. Who else could it have been? I'm the wrong hero, and before we bring this evening's festivities to a close, I'd like to tell you why I'm here at all. It's because I hate music. I hate classical music. Music for a bunch of tweedy Brits smoking those stupid clay pipes and listening to this Sweetly music from the 17th century. If you play me a fugue, I'll give you a fungus, and it'll be your funeral. Hey, what's that with the big wheel, huh? What's that, from your car? Trying to flick a booger off the wheel, throw it out the window? What? Hey, what's this? Is that a dye job? What? What's going on? Didn't you already have enough fun? You want more? You like to scream at strangers? Good. And I hate country and western music. A soap opera for drunks as the world spins. And I hate rap music. That's right. Fuck you too. I hate rap music. Music for a bunch of illiterate terrorists who hang out in front of housing projects bragging about how great they are. And I hate it. And I hate reggae. Ganja-addled terrorists off in Jamaica playing this ponderous bass-laden rubber, dub, dub, 3 men in a tub, tub. What are they doing in a fucking tub? Someone really fucking kick me out. Oh, okay. That's great. That's real original, too. Thanks. 2 Wheels good. And I hate folk music. Music every bit as oppressive as the injustices it is supposedly attempting to eradicate. And I hate big band music. Whenever you see some old freak wearing one of those fedora hats with a fishing fly in a sweatband doing 45 miles an hour in the passing lane, you just know he's listening to big band jazz. And I hate it. And I hate disco. This is the sound of disco. And I hate it. And I hate world beat. Music for people who live on 800 calories a day. That's what it is. And I hate industrial music. It sounds like a puppy and a kitten getting sucked up into a vacuum cleaner.
Sounds like shit.
And I hate it. And most of all,
Get off the stage.
I'm off the fucking stage. What do you want to do about it? Yeah, hit him, man. That's great. Typical Neanderthal thinking. You are a bunch of worms. I can crush you like the ants you are. And what I have to say to you is this. Suck my drug-laced nipples, earth filth. Of all the music I hate, the music I hate the most is rock and roll. Jerry Lee Lewis. Great Balls on Fire. John Lennon kicked his best friend in the head, gave him a brain tumor. Paul McCartney. I'd like to pop his bulgy, sad little eyes with a phonograph needle. Where's my hat? Give me back my hat. And I hate George Harrison. He stole my sweet Lord from the chiffons. And I hate Bob Dylan. He's mean, he's lazy, he taught the Beatles how to smoke marijuana, and those are his good qualities. And I hate the Rolling Stones. They drowned Brian Jones. The only one in the group that had any talent, and they drowned him. But he could have hung on to Mick Jagger's lips and floated to shore. And I hate the Doors. Jim Morrison, a Navy brat who grew fat from drinking wine and wrote bad poetry and died of a drug overdose in the bathtub. That was probably the first bath that man ever took. It wasn't the water, it was the shock of cleanliness that did him in. Come up here and say that. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm the wrong hero. Alcoholic, drug addict, easy guy to shop for around Christmas time. And I'm not here to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. I am not here to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. I am not an alien sent from a far-off galaxy to indoctrinate you into worshiping me. And I am not trying to hypnotize you into becoming my earth slaves. Now you may be wondering to yourselves, and I hope you don't think it's unfair that I characterize you as speaking in a really tiny voice. Wrong hero, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be doing a comedy club somewhere? I hate comedy clubs. And you want me to tell you why? Because they're full of nervous little comedians leaving cappuccino farts in the alcove and 20-year-old yuppie puppies pissing away juniors' college money with a drink in each fat, sweaty hand. As opposed to the skinny, nearly anorectic hands of rock club patrons. Which is why I hate comedy clubs. And why am I here in Boston, you might ask? Then again, you might not care. Well, I'll tell you, it's because
In the Midwest, everybody talks like Huckleberry Hound. Oh, my darling, say, what are you doing around here anyway? Well, you want to get some air for your tire? Well, that's going to cost you 25 cents per ding. Stranger, and down south, when they're mad at you, they all talk like they're taking a shit. Ever notice this?
What are you doing around here anyway?
I want to open up a place right across the Great Divide from Disney World. I want to call it the Manic Kingdom. And the idea would be all the cute, charming, adorable Disney characters would be on drugs.
That's for the steroids, Uncle Walt.
And, you know, what's with the duck over there? Oh, he's had too many Quaaludes. Don't pay him any mind. Or, thanks for the hash there. You know, the faces of the tourists who come here to this place, twisted with greed, never fail to fill me with a great sense of amusement. PR, guys, PR. So, that's why I'm here in Boston. And I'd like to say something about comedy in all seriousness. Comedy is not just a job. It's...
Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? It's a fucking job, for Christ's sake.
What can I say? Well, now it's time to get to the good material, okay? I'm the wrong hero. And my motto is, if you can't say something nice, you can write my material for me. And my other motto is, stupefaction guaranteed, or your money back. If I can remember where I put it. Now, other questions you might feel inspired to ask me, if you cared, would be, say, wrong hero, why do you wear that dress? Well, I'll tell you why. I glued my balls together. Because I figure, if you can't lick them, join them. You know, ever try that? Wouldn't need a girlfriend if I could do that, you know? Just bend on over. This episode of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by the penis. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. But men like it too. Anybody here own a dog?
Yeah, an incontinent Dalmatian.
An incontinent Dalmatian, huh? Well, how can you tell what part's the spots and what part's the crap the dog leaves around? I don't know. Well, anyway, people say that their dog is their best friend. And hey, my dog's my best friend.
I question the existence of dog.
You question the existence of dog. You must be dyslexic. Maybe you just stumbled off the set of Twin Peaks, huh? Well, my dog is my best friend. Sure. All my best friends roll around in their own filth. All of my best friends eat shit. All my best friends piss in the corner. All of my best friends vomit kibbles and bits onto the linoleum. All my best friends fuck in the streets. And most of all of my best friends beg for treats with their genitalia exposed. I invented a religion for dogs. It's called heel. The Old Testament is one word. Sit. And the New Testament is two words. Good boy. And now I'd like to bring you this word for Jesus Christ. Soup. Any kind of chicken noodle, chicken gumbo, broccoli, cream of broccoli, broccoli, chicken. Well, step up to Jesus Christ soup. It's the only soup that gives you spiritual advice while you're eating it. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Remember, only with Jesus Christ soup. I I can see that I'm beginning to bore you. Very well then. I shall have to become a hyperactive creature. Ready? I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I want you to invite Jesus into your life. I invited Jesus into my home. He was a pest. Hate to say it, big guy, especially at Christmas time. Left his face on all the towels. Walked up the shower nozzle. Changed the bath water in the Manischewitz. Gave away my coin collection. Came in naked and bleeding. And said he lost his robe in a dice game. I used to use drugs. 18 weeks, 3 days, 3.5 hours, 10 minutes, 45 seconds. But I'm not keeping track. Yeah, I used to use drugs, but now I got a prescription, and it's medicine. And it gets me to wondering, remember Johnny Most? He didn't use drugs, well, unless you count a carton of Luckies and a fifth of whiskey every morning. But suppose he had used drugs. I think it would go something like this. That's a towel! Here comes Daryl! He fiddles and diddles down the court! Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat, fiddle, the cat, fiddles and diddles! Oh, this is terrible! Humpty Dumpty's up there on the wall! Here, great ball! Humpty Dumpty had a great wall! Here comes Alvin Jack steals the ball! Oh, this is terrible! Here comes Nero! Caesar's having seizures! Oh, this is terrible! Fortunately, Johnny Most, God rest his soul, never did use drugs. So is anybody having a big Christmas feast this year? No? What is this? This is like the flatliners in the hospital, you know, beep, beep, beep. That's cool though, you know, I understand. I get it. I'm with the program, you know. Well, I'm having a banquet. A banquet frozen fucking turkey TV dinner! That's what I'm having for Christmas! I'm gonna stick it into the oven at 3,000 degrees to get rid of all the rats and roaches, and I'm gonna pop it out of there and eat the whole damn thing! Aluminum foil and all, because I don't care. I'm alienated from the holidays. That's why I'm here. Hey, what better thing to do on the 21st of December, eh? Well, so I'm gonna market my own line of Christmas candies. Hey, what's this? Yeah, it's Santa Claus death candy. Santa Claus death candy. Buy it or the fat man dies. I got a gun and I know how to use it. I'm not kidding, man. Buy it or the fat man gets it. You understand? Thank you. What is this, Star Search? Hey, it's the Pipettes doing their hit, Gotta Get Back to Crack on a New York Island, baby. Well, yes, around my neighborhood I celebrate anti-Christmas. That's where we break into your cellar, dressed in black, steal all your toys, take them down to our junkyard in hell where my twisted circus midgets and freaks dance around the fire naked, laughing, ha ha, there goes Johnny's toys, they're burning. Forgive me, I got carried away. Well, to continue in this festive Christmas motif, I like to recite the carol. Well, it's not a carol, it's a poem. It's called The Shining, or A Visit from St. Nicholson. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the motel, Jack Nicholson was trying to write a novel, and he was mad as hell. His family knew he'd gone off his rocker when he tried to chop through the door with an axe, yelling, "Here's Johnny!" Well, he froze to death, chasing them all through a hedge. Merry Christmas to all. Stephen's King's lost his edge. I'm losing mine right about now. So, I guess it's time to regale you with the Wrong Heroes Christmas carols. You'll get hits like these. Jesus the snowman, he'll be back again someday. Or, oh Christmas tree, this song's repetitive and boring. Or, kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. What does kumbaya mean, my Lord? Lord only knows. Or, the Wrong Heroes hit, written especially for the occasion, called This Man Called Santa Claus Must Die.
Santa is a loafer, a big fat sweaty gopher. Santa is a liar, set his beard on fire. Santa is a phony, ho 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 baloney.
Santa has to die for he is stupid.
Santa is a double XY mutant.
Bringing all his gifts of toys to all except the poorest girls and boys. So if you see a twinkle in my eye, that means this man called Santa Claus must die. But I like music. I do. I'm too cheap to give Christmas presents. No, I don't like it that much, Eric. Thank you. Besides, that's that Bim Skulla Bim knockoff. I can tell just after 3 seconds, steady earnest. I spent a weekend listening to that, trying to think of something nice to say. Finally gave up, you know. I mean, it's Bim Skulla Bim, Mark II, you know. I mean, what can you say about steady earnest, you know? Bunch of guys from a bunch of ska bands decide to get together and, you know, knock off some instant ska tunes. Bam, 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 bam. But that one song, Utter East, is really good. But I like music, and I'm too cheap to buy presents, so I just make dubs for all my friends for my extensive collection of warped, cracked, and skipping albums, which I'll be auctioning off momentarily. So please maintain your interest in the interval. Yeah, I was taping some Otis Redding and Smokey Robinson, and I started wondering what would happen if Otis Redding sang Tracks of My Tears, and I need a glass of water.
Good. Look at my face. Got. There's a smile. Looks out of place. Oh, my smile looks out of place now. Y'all. You know it's called sir. It's easy to trace. I gotta go now. I don't want to go, but I gotta go. The tracks of my tears. Got.
That might be the way it sounded. I don't know. And the blues. I was listening to my extensive collection of blues records as well. And I was thinking, boy, you know, the blues had a lot of things to say to people living in 1994. You know, like Lead Belly singing, I got a yellow gal I can't keep. You know, I have that problem all the time, you know, so I can sympathize with old Huey Ledbetter there. In country and western music, you know, they have that line of country and western stamps now. Patsy Cline, Hank Williams, the Carter Family, Bob Wills.
Now that's the real country and western. Anything after 1962, I don't want to hear about it.
Johnny Cash singing, Hey Porter, okay. But that's where I draw the line. After that, forget it. Because as far as I'm concerned, country and western is a soap opera for drunks. You know, every single country and western song is something like, drunk, fired, broke, single white American, that's all that I have to my name is my name. So, I don't have much use for it. And classical music. Have you ever met anybody who listens to classical music that you couldn't take in a fair fight? Even you ladies. Inbred Brits with horsey teeth, wearing tweed, smoking pipes with that awful rum and banana mixture, listening to this squealingly dumb music from the 17th century. Get a life, you losers! Go run on a hamster wheel! Anything! Just don't inflict your fugues on me 1 minute more, because if you play a fugue for me, it'll be your funeral, because I'll give you a fungus. Now that doesn't exempt your beloved rock and roll from this catalog of hatred. Far from it. Because when you think about it, why did the Berlin Wall really fall? It was because of Pink Floyd and their double record smash platinum hit The Wall, of course. Well, if they didn't have that, then the Berliners wouldn't have had it in their heads to like break the thing down brick by brick. Because rock and roll is capitalism in 1-4-5. Consume, 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 fornicate, fornicate, die, 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 die. By the way, that's also Buddy Holly's Not Fade Away, also on a postage stamp. You know that rock and roll's kind of déclassé when it gets its own postage stamp, you know what I mean? Well, inventor of artificial sweetener and pioneers of rock and roll, you know, both on sale at the post office, 29 cents. Yeah, rock and roll is for junkies, drunks, and murderers. And that's just G.G. Allen I'm talking about, you know, I mean, rest his soul. You ever notice, you guys, in the rock and roll business that you can jazz up any boring song at all by shouting the word hey? You know? It's like the Yardbirds over, under, sideways, down. Down, 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 boring, pointless, guitar solo. Hey! You know, the Red Robin goes bob, 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 and along. Hey! Along. Anything at all, you can just jazz it up. So keep this in mind. Hey, was Jim Morrison an Irishman? Hey! Because, you know, if he was, I think maybe he should have done Irish music and he would have lived to be about 90 years old like the Clancy brothers, you know? You can see him up there with his big Irish hit. All the time to hesitate is through a time to wallow in the mire. And if you're not careful, I will light your head on fire. Oh, it's over the hill, the poorhouse over the hill and far away. And if you're not careful, I will light your head ablaze. Oh. Hey, you know, I think they should combine the Beverly Hillbillies with Night of the Living Dead. And they could have the Cramps do the soundtrack. And it would be something like, now this is the story of a man named Joe, a poor mountaineer. Now he's one of the living dead! Ooh, I'd like to see that, but the idea has been copyrighted by me in case they have any ideas. When I was in high school, not that you care, I mean, what was that, the Pleistocene era? When I was in high school, half the kids in our high school were Soul Brothers and the other half were Greasers. The Soul Brothers wanted to hear War by Edwin Starr. The Greasers wanted to hear Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton. So every lunchtime it was like, 1, 2, she wore, what is it good for? Blue Velvet, absolutely nothing. Wah, wah, wah. No wonder I wear a dress and prance around it. Nightclubs located above the penalty box. God, you know, this could be the setting for like a post-World War II movie shot in Germany by Fassbinder or something. I mean, you know, subways and people lurking in doorways and people having to park in loading zones, and they come back and all 4 wheels of their car are gone, and a note. No radio? Get one. So I don't know. Oh, okay. Again, being the consummately skilled stage performer that I am, veteran of over 250 such performances, I know when your interest is waning, flagging, and so I will liven it up by auctioning off every single record in my album collection. Jim Croce, I got a name. Do I hear $2? $1? 50 cents? 25 cents? I ain't going to sell it for less than 25 cents now. I ain't going to do it. 10 cents. 5 cents. A penny? I got a name. And the name is death, I guess. Don't know. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. How's about BWFH? Boring, whiny, fat hippies. $5? $3? Negative $3. I'll pay you. Step right up. No? Limited time offer. Forget it. Here's a 4-way street for you. Die, 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 and lest we forget, die. AC/DC. I'll give this away to anybody who wants it. No? AC/DC. From a land, Australia, where people butter dingoes and they manufacture lousy beer. What better conditions for rock and roll, huh? Well, I don't care what you say, I'm going to keep it. Bobby Vinton's Greatest Hits of Love. How's about The Wrong Heroes? Smash Hits of Hatred. Bobby. Steve Miller Band. Greatest Hits. Well, fly like an eagle on out of here, Steve. An Evening with John Denver. Ah. You got it, I know. Well, I don't have a lighter or else I would burn it. I promise not to spill any fluids on the stage tonight, and so I can't bleed all over it. An Evening with John Denver, featuring hits like I'm Boring, I'm Stupid, I'm Pointless, I'm Redundant, Pull the Life Support Off of Me, and I Hoard Gasoline at the height of oil prices. Die. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits. Come on. Doesn't that make you just a little bit horny? What do we got here? You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the one that I hate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Helen Reddy. Long, hard climb. It'll be an even harder, longer climb for you if you come around here, because I hate you. Well, so much for that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a lovable guy at heart. I like dogs. I like music. I like children. I had a job writing children's books. But I got fired for using the word poop. And they rejected my masterpiece, Winnie the Shit. You ever see that thing with pound for pound, prunes have more vitamins than other fruits? If I had my own transmitter, I think I'd break in on that little nutritional dialogue and say something like, idiot, pound for pound, dried vitamins have more vitamins than other vitamins. Get with it. Well, hi, how are you? Hey there, little lady. Good to see you. Hey, I like the Van Dyke. Excellent. They say an apple cleans your teeth. Well, so does a hand grenade. And I brought one. They say a carrot improves your vision at night. Well, so does a hand grenade. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I need to know one thing. What keeps the policeman away? Because I hear that Dr. Kevorkian is going on tour with the Grateful Dead. He's going to do a solo on Please Don't Ease Me In and the Showstopper, A Touch of Grey. So, whoa, I was making out like a bandit. I was on my way to that one. I wanted to see that, because Bob Dylan performed with the Grateful Dead, and he was one of the living dead himself on that particular occasion. But anyway, I sped out to see Dr. Kevorkian, and I got stopped by a policeman, and he said, "You were doing 70. Why is that?" And I played a little game with him. It's a nice little game that I like to play. It's called Nice Victim, Mean Victim. And it goes something like this. Top of the morning to you, officer.
Sure, and what's a police captain like you doing a pound in the beat? I was pretending the accelerator was a policeman's head because I was sucking on a cube of LSD, and I wanted to get home before I melted. Officer, coffee and donuts, sitting and picking your ass at 4 in the morning at a Dunkin' Donuts. Sir? And he said, okay, we'll let it go this time. See it doesn't happen again. Well, I'm proud of you. You sat through the entire set, didn't throw shit. That's good. I can see that I'm moving up in life. I guess next I'll be doing the Black Hole of Calcutta, you know? Water! Quit heckling. I think I will permit you all to become members of the Wrong Heroes Club. You only have to follow the 3 rules. Number 1, you must be neat and filthy. Rule number 2, you must be angry but polite. Sort of like Mr. Mooney on the Lucy Show. And most of all, you must be kind to animals and then eat them.
Dan I was playing with, right? The guy.
Wow, I got my own life here to live, so I'm just gonna hey, schmooze with the sound man, let's get as close to the camera as we can now. Hey, you know, my life is infinitely interesting. I think it's even more interesting than what's going on up there on stage. I'm just gonna say with my body language that I don't care. I don't give a shit about anything. Hey, well, let me know I'm in the depths, in the dungeon.
There's gonna be 3 pieces right now. Guitar, bass, drum.
Well, right about now I can say
I just spoke to the band.
that you and you and you and you and especially you, yes you, I mean you, over there you, in the long black coat you are beginning to annoy me.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Accept my apology, please.
Well, I accept your apology in the spirit in which it was given.
And if you had asked, I'm enjoying the show very much.
Well, thank you.
Who does your outfit?
Well, let's see, I forget. But the red star I stole from Chairman Mao's cap.
All right.
You make me nervous. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because you're evil!
Thank you.
Evil! Evil!
It's kind of hard to do a set without a guitar. It's a good set though. I like it. I know. I mean, you know, in the Middle East. I know. Oh, the Middle East. Oh, they're fucking great at the Middle East. I mean, it's
15 minutes, it was better than an hour. Let's hear it for Mickey Clean. Fortunately, the primitive licensing laws in this city that you call Boston do not preclude spoken word pieces.
That's right, get down with it, motherfucker.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tupper. Mr. Tupper is actually my father, and I pay him all the requisite respect that is called for. You know, this holiday season, and by the way, thanks to the Pies, Hank, and No Chaos, and of course, the evening ends much as it has begun with The Wrong Hero. I see you waving your hands as though I were merely an insect pest, which you could somehow drive from the stage with your contemptuous hand gestures. Well, I'm sorry, but it's not that easy. You must actually throw large objects in order to rid yourself of my presence, which is beginning to increasingly annoy you as my tongue becomes ever more condescending and dripping with the very rage, which is in fact the hallmark of The Wrong Hero. Hey, you guys read Dick Tracy?
You should have read it on Thursday because there's this guy and he's leaving a hotel and the doorman says, "Keep warm and stay out of trouble." And as he crawls onto a boxcar, this criminal, who is curiously not ugly like most Dick Tracy criminals, is seen to think to himself, "I've got 15 years of rage to keep me warm, and trouble's all I know." And that can serve as the motto for the wrong hero. This festive Christmas season, if Jesus were to come back, I would say unto him, "Lord, Lord, can I pick the fleas out of your beard? They're tasty."
Yeah.
And verily, verily, if George Washington were to come back, I would be very strongly tempted to strike a match off of his wooden teeth. Something I have always been tempted to do. Yay, yay, and if Abraham Lincoln were to grace our shores once more, I think I would use his head to check for tread wear on my tire. Of course, the top hat might get in the way, but then again, he might not have a top hat for very long. Well,
I think it fell
is
off.
anybody here related to John F. Kennedy? Seems as though everybody in Boston is, to one extent or another. Well, you know, John F. Kennedy's nickname in college was Rat Face. And Richard Nixon's nickname in law school was Iron Butt. So the 1960 election came down to the monster trucks and muscle car rally starring Rat Face and Iron Butt. Here's old Rat Face, he's cortisone-addled, his old man has $1 jillion, he's got a retarded sister tucked off in some sanitarium. Can he lick old Iron Butt? Iron Butt, son of humble Quakers. Iron Butt, whose brother died of tuberculosis. Iron Butt weighing in at 160 pounds, sopping wet. But old Rat Face has got 200 pounds thanks to all those cortisone shots he's getting. Oh, I think it's going to be Rat Face. Rat Face in a squeaker. And that's the 1960 presidential election. Hey, you guys going home for Christmas? Obviously not. You are, though.
What about
what's that?
The 1960 presidential election.
The 1960 presidential election. J. Edgar Hoover in one corner, prancing around in a dress. Judith Exeter in another. She fucks JFK, but on top because his back problems preclude normal sex. Well, thank you for interrupting the flow and continuity of my commentary, Mr. Tucker. I'm most appreciative that you managed to totally destroy any continuity the set might have had. Nonetheless, I also thank you because I did want to get that in about Judith Exeter, you know. And they're going to do a sitcom with Jan Hoover. It's called Married with Hoover. It's like Love and Hoover, Love and Hoover.
Well, you just do it.
Well, so you're going home for Christmas. That's one person. Well, I'm not going home because my old man is cheap. He's so cheap. When I was circumcised, he pocketed the tip.
So that was Jim Moran was your father. You're fucking lying about me, you motherfucker.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, okay? You know, it's all lies. All lies. That's the name of my next album. All lies. I think the name will be, oh, I don't know, something humdrum, like Sticky. See? Just yell those little things when I miss this, okay? This is more fun than a three-ring circus.
A three-ring circumcision.
Yes, a three-ring circumcision. Thank you, Mr. Tucker. As you stream of consciousness dies from the corner of the stage, succeeds in totally disrupting what I have to say, however, I forgive you. I forgive you. Yeah, my old man, he was so cheap, he used to pick his own pocket, but he never had any money, so it didn't make any difference. Yeah, the reason I don't go home, your father always has what he thinks is good advice. Like, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. And I say, well, Dad, wouldn't it be cheaper to get construction workers to do it? Yeah, he says stuff like, son, you're never going to get by being abrasive and yelling at people because, after all, as you know, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And I say to him, Dad,
But who wants the motherfucking flies?
exactly. You catch more flies with bullshit than you do with honey or vinegar. And what the hell am I going to do with them flies? Start a goldfish farm? Fly Catcher and Son Incorporated. You can be the president, Dad. I'll be the treasurer because you're so cheap. The Arnold Arboretum. Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe Arnold the pig will be in there looking for truffles, but I doubt it. He's
No,
dead.
that's not, that's fixed income.
That's not nice. Well, you know, I took my dog to the Arnold Arboretum, but he got lost because the Arboretum ate him. Whoa, yes.
But then he was a gladiator, though.
My old man, yeah, he says, money isn't everything. Have you ever heard a bigger line in your life? Money isn't everything. Well, why don't you give me some then? He says, money doesn't grow on trees. And I say, I know money doesn't grow on trees. It falls from your fat wallet, fool! Now fork it over. Pronto. Have an Espanol. Happy? Well, you know, he's always ridiculing everything I do. Like, Dad, I bought a Volkswagen diesel wagon with 118,000 miles on it. And he says, only you, kid. Only you. Wait a minute, only you could make such a stupid mistake because you're lacking my guidance. Well, yeah, wait till he hears about the Hyundai XL. Rated in Consumer Reports as an undesirable car to purchase, be it 1987, 88, 89, or 90. Yeah, if North Korea ever invades South Korea, what are they going to do with it? How could they build a car worse than the Hyundai unless it's like an ox cart or something?
Where's my coat?
Yeah, you know, they call it the XL. Never was a car more ineptly named. The only thing it excels at is having a motor which overheats so badly that when you turn the blower on to make it stop overheating, your eyeballs get blown back into the back of your skull. That's what it excels at mostly. It also excels at failing to start when the weather dips below 30 degrees. Yes, it excels in a great many things, like burning oil every 60 miles or so. Yes, it's a real XL. Well, but I have the Volkswagen, and as you know, it's a German car. When you try to start it up, it says Warum. And in German, Warum means why. So every time I try to start the Volkswagen, it would go, why? And I would say, because I have to go to work in order to pay for the car insurance, even though I can't afford health insurance. Why? Because the military-industrial complex sucks up so much money that we can't have managed health care. Why? Because we've been indoctrinated into believing that everybody must drive an automobile or else they're no more than a puny, incapacitated, impotent bag of flesh.
Nervous evil. Wow.
Okay, well that's my cue. You,
Me?
not you, I love you. You're the greatest. I hope to see you at the Kirkland Cafe the 3rd week of May. So remember, Mickey Clean, Kirkland Cafe, 3rd Friday in May. Be there, and it's going to be outstanding, just like it was tonight, but even better, because I think he's going to do more. But you are beginning to annoy me, with the exception of Eric Marty, Bill Tuppy, and Mickey Clean. Sorry if the rest of you feel the brunt of my wrath, but the reason you are beginning to annoy me is because you bore me. And the reason you bore me is because you make me nervous. And the reason you make me nervous, and I want a lot of reverb on this, Eric, please, is because you're evil. Okay, you're not really evil. You just pretend to be, so you can be in politics. I'm the wrong hero. Good night.
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
excellent going.
Good news.
Third Friday in May. I know, yeah. But I told you guys in my computer rehearsal. Okay? I gotta take you from rehearsal. Yeah, the bad blood is
Anybody want to buy this AC/DC album? How about you? You want it?
No, I just want to load out.
But it's got Highway to Hell. How can you turn it down?
You have it on the radio every time I turn the goddamn radio.
Oh yeah, along with You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet by Bachman Turner Overdrive and Stairway to Heaven. That's still a perennial favorite, I'm sure. Indeed. Yes, what are the radio hits that we would rather never hear again? Do you have any others? Any candidates?
I can't think of it. I'll finish this.
Maybe some contemporary classics. I don't know. Anything by They Might Be Giants. Well, I like put a little birdhouse in there. I think it's crazy.
I like They Might Be Giants.
Oh, Istanbul, not Constantinople's gotta go. I don't know. It just makes me want to skip around and hold a teacup with my little pinky. It's just too old. Maybe I'm just showing my age or lack thereof. Could be. Sometimes I feel old and feeble and unfit for the role which I have magnanimously elected myself as the wrong hero. Well, thank you. The wrong hero, insect pest or reluctant messiah. That will be the next Rand report coming out of Washington, D.C., to be sure. Jeez. If only I still drank beer. All these empty, half-empty beer cups around here, and no one to drink them. Shucks. Maybe we should just hire some guy to do it, you know? They used to have this thing where there'd be this guy, and they'd pour all the half-full beers in this big van along with all the whiskey and shit in the Old West. There'd be these moochers, they call them, moochers, and they'd come and drink all the old shit.
Hey, where can we see this?
Well, let's see. This tape will be broadcast on Channel 66, Cambridge Community Television, as you're watching already know, on January 20th, 1994.
All right.
Which is about, I don't know, 20 years.
That's a couple of days before my birthday.
Day before your birthday.
No, the 27th. I'm a Leo I'm an Aquarius with Leo and Taurus, the perfect Aquarian child right here. Altruistic himself.
I'm a Capricorn. I eat chicken. I guess you just ball Taurus to get too close to your cage. How about you? What's your sign of the zodiac? Or if you don't believe in horoscopes, no, you didn't.
I want you guys to know that tonight was a perfect example of less is more.
You're right. You're right there. Well, I'm telling you, it was 15 minutes and it should have been an hour.
Time is irrelevant.
Time is your enemy and yet it's your greatest friend. Much like fire, in fact. Yes, fire. A good friend, a bad friend.
Yeah, well, look what happened to Prometheus when he gave fire to make men different from the animals.
Yeah, I know.
Right? They gave him Pandora, and that was the beginning of gout, rheumatism, cancer.
Anytime you try to do something for people, you get screwed.
Really. When they screwed Prometheus over with a woman, that's one, or also was a gift. How you want to look at it, you know? But they're not doing too bad for a rib, right?
What gets me is that Saturn car.
I don't believe a word. My girlfriend hears this, I'm in a lot of trouble.
They named the Saturn car after the god who devoured his own children. Isn't that a great name for a car? You know? Hey, Saturn, start her up. We're off the road now. Hey, we're dying. But at least we're in a new car. Yeah, I guess that's the car there to live.
Well, you know what? Cars are the old dinosaurs coming back to destroy the world.
You're quite right, because of course fossil fuels are made from old dinosaurs.
When they say dinosaurs are extinct, they certainly are not.
No,
you're going to go home now and drive in one.
Right, exactly. Look at Jerry Garcia for that.
I mean, if it wasn't for oil, we wouldn't be killing each other right now.
Right. We'd be killing each other over safe nuclear power and natural gas. Instead, it's oil that we're killing ourselves.
Really?
Oil is blood. Remember that.
True.
Of course, yeah, it's kind of old blood.
Texas tea.
Y'all come back now here.
Yeah, the hillbillies got it.
Right. No,
Yeah, let me tell you a story about a man named Jim, or a mountaineer, or his family bed.
Then
One day he was shooting us blue, and up came the ground, come a bubbling crew. Pearl ladies, black gold, Texas tea. Well, first thing you know, Jay's a millionaire.
Yahoo!
And folks said, Jay, move
Get
away
away
from
from
here.
here.
Said, California is the place you want to be. So they rolled up the truck and the Beverly
Hills, that is.
Swimming pools, moving stars.
Implants and blondes.
Embolisms, cocaine. Yeah, they don't get that all.
Hollywood, Babylon.
Well, that Beverly Hillbillies movie was an enormous crock. You know? It just didn't.
Anyway, that's all, folks. I'll see you on the 20th. I'll see you again, my friend.
All right.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Yes.
Am I going to get residual check?
The residual.
I have residual schizophrenia. But then again, people have schizophrenia with no problem. They only got 2 personalities. I got about 16. So what are they complaining about?
Oh, I'll do the thing that has made me enemies worldwide. I will give away something which does not belong to me. You can have that fire extinguisher there.
Right, thanks. And I'll give it to Peter and he can rob it from Paul.
Give it to the poor in case they get hungry. They can devour a baking soda.
Oh, yeah, well, we know what we do with baking soda.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. It used to be sugar cubes, now it's baking soda.
Remember licking the stamps back in 1966?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that, huh? They're being controlled by the government by these 3-dimensional drugs.
Yeah, why?
It's a plot to keep the revolution down.
Why have they taken away the drugs that the CIA developed in order to turn people into zombies and released them to the
Now they're
general
going to
public? Why have they taken
freebase
those
and
away?
heroin. I mean, what an evil thing to do.
Those drugs.
Yeah, Beyonce and Mick Jagger sitting at Studio 54 snorting coke and then they fucking banned Black Beauties, and now what are you going to do?
Yes. You know, instead of having harmful cocaine, I think safe amphetamines would have been probably
definitely.
a wise decision.
And, you know, God forbid they should introduce a drug that goes beyond the 3rd dimension. You know, they want to keep us down, like welfare or fucking public housing or fucked up in Corbusier, you know. Like they're not built by, an accountant, they're built by an architect's accountant. So, I mean, you know, what are we going to do? Give everybody AIDS? It's all in your mind, guys. It's all in your mind. You can cure anything, create anything you can think of, you can do.
I think alcohol should be legal.
Come on, Bob. I think so too. But if we make it illegal, we can make more money.
That's right.
So why don't we support the groups that ban alcohol, and then with that, then we'll like import it from Canada.
Yeah.
And then we'll have politicians for some. Yeah. And we'll take over.
Hey, I think they should just ban certain types of alcohol, like Jägermeister. Give them that sort of cash.
Yeah, well, Jägermeister would be bad, but they still have the opiates in it.
Oh, is that what the secret is? Well. It's absolutely nice.
Stay away from 3-dimensional drugs and 2-dimensional alcohol, Terror, 1-dimensional heroin. Won't be in the womb. Try to do a good drug once every 6 months. It's good, looks good. A lot of kids from Russia now, they're really smart, they're chemists, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're ready to fucking go and make it. Just go into the labs and start it all over again. Anyway, there's a gun on my back telling me to say all that. Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, you want an AC/DC album?
Yeah. Hey, but when is that going to be?
January 20th.
No, I don't want this.
Anybody want an AC/DC album? Hey, Mickey. God, you can't give it away. What is this world coming to? Well, you're set. You're set. We'll be in the noise. Well, I think we've probably pretty much run out of programming time for Cafe Cabaret. We're happy to present this gala performance of Cafe Cabaret at the Kirkland Cafe. Oh, sorry, I got it all wrong. At the Causeway. See? Oh, no, up and down. Yes, sir.
I'm the wrong hero. In the closing minutes of community access programming.
Oh, I'm back. You thought the show was over, but I'm back now. I got a new script.
Bonus.
I can play a little harmonica with that. We all love to make fools of ourselves.
It's true.
But
But instead of making fools of ourselves, why don't we make wise men of ourselves?
yes, and we are wise. We are very wise. And remember that the mind left to itself will constantly try to justify breaking up with your girlfriend by making something wrong. Be careful. Only you can correct your mind. Your mind will not correct itself. So relationships are the key to success. And the difference between someone who is not successful and someone who is successful is the person who just says they're successful. The person who's the master of their life is the person who says they're the master of their life. That is like, forget why. In fact, if you were to pay your psychiatrist $20,000 to solve your problems in one shot, 15 in 3, 10 in 4, and then after that they have to start paying you, you see how quick they give you the answers.
Damn straight, because psychiatry just creates more problems than it solves.
Oh, I've seen a lot, and then they reinforce their hypothesis with all kinds of like weird drugs you don't feel good about, and you're walking zombies, and before you know it, after the sulfate, you're never the same. What can I tell you? But we'll be back. We'll be back with more words of wisdom from Mickey Clean and his buddy, the hero.
The wrong hero is like an owl. He hoots, he has a flat face, and he endorses his own line of greasy potato chips. This concludes Cafe Cabaret for this broadcast evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. And be sure to tune in next week when we present The Wrong Hero, the Jazz Band, Steve Iskowitz, and whatever else I managed to come up with in the interim. Good night.
Fuck up! Quit that fucking clapping. It's spreading germs. It's spreading germs. Get wise to yourself. I'm the wrong hero. I spit gravel. I put up clouds of dirt. I tailgate miserable old men wearing those stupid hats with a feather and a sweatband doing 59 in the travel lane. Because I'm the wrong hero. The hero of Central Square. I hate everybody and everybody hates me. I'm the ecologically unsound hero. And I hate all the other heroes. Popeye, an illiterate god with an anorexic common law wife and a toothless bastard baby boy. Who needs him? Dick Tracy. His chin would put the Exacto Blade people out of business, and that punk ward of his, Junior, was seen smooching with little orphan Annie down at the Depression Theater, and Punjab kicked the shit out of him. Batman. A millionaire who fights crime. Isn't that special? If he's so fucking rich, why doesn't he give all his money to all the crooks? And then there'd be no more crime. Spider-Man. Spiders are poison, man. They're poison, I tell ya. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What about average adult kickboxing snails? What kind of shit are you gonna fall for next? And I hate circuses. Miserable, flea-bitten bears and elephants chained to stakes. Manic depressive chimpanzees playing handball with their own shit. I hate circuses. And I hate the Middle East. Yeah, this place. I hate this place. I also hate the Middle East. The Jews. The Jews think that just because the Germans persecuted them 50 years ago, that gives them carte blanche to do any damn thing they please. And the Arabs, they think that just because their God, who only happens to talk just to them, says it's cool, it's okay to go out and kill people. I hate them. I hate the Jews. I hate the Arabs. And I hate the kind of world where those kinds of jokers are allowed to get one over on people like us that don't walk around stinking of soap and water and don't cover up our sweat with the smell of stale perfume. And I hate teenage drug users. Why don't they grow up and take their medicine like the rest of us? I support the war on drugs. You want to know 2 things to remember in any war? Know your enemy. Fight fire with fire. And I do both of them because I'm the wrong hero. I'm the hero of Central Square. I don't help people. I hurt them. I hate everybody, and everybody hates me. I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything I do is wrong.
We love you, Francis.
That son of a bitch. You know what Nabil means? It means noble. Pah! Noble. Noble savage is what he is. Get him back up here. I'll knock his teeth out. How about that Marion Barry, huh? Guess he's going to have himself a very merry white Christmas in July. And Nelson Mandela. By day, political prisoner. By night, Super Mandela. Flying over 7 continents. Who the hell needs him anyway? All those big artists that sign this up and they give some power. They go around and kill dissidents and students. Why don't they just admit that's what they're up to before they get elected, all right? Like our good President Ronald Reagan, who's no longer with us. And I hate teachers. What do teachers teach you anyway, huh? Did teachers ever teach you how to walk down the street without some bozo punching you straight in the mouth? Teachers don't teach you how to do that. No, sirree. You know what I like to do? I like to administer two-fisted surgery to wise guys and chop as their choppers go skittering along the tarmac. I'm the wrong hero. I caused the population shift from the Rust Belt to the New Southwest. If it weren't for me, Dallas would be spratting and Larry Hagman would be freaking old Milwaukee. Being happy makes me miserable. Being miserable makes me happy. You figure it out, all right? I eat, although I do not hunger. I walk around naked, even though I own clothing. I have seen the future, and it ain't pretty. In the future, no more nature. And I say, good, we don't owe nature a damn thing. I say, let's kill all the critters and varmints except them that make good eating. In the future, the greenhouse effect will escape through the hole in the ozone layer. And in the future, everybody will do as I say, or else. And if you don't like it, get out of Central Square, because I'm the wrong hero, the hero of Central Square. I hate everybody, and everybody hates me. And if you clap, I'll kill you all.
Take this money and get the first bus back to Jersey. Go back to Jersey. Exit 16W, Toxic Waste Site. Get out of here! Get out of here!
Ed Littman Trio. And in the few minutes which remain on this episode of Noise Party, I'd like to give you a preview of some of the stuff you'll probably see if you tune in to Channel 66 on Thursday at 9 p.m. You will see a presentation of The Wrong Hero entitled Static. Hi. The dismantling of social controls leads to barbarism. That's why I'm all for it. Hi. I'm The Wrong Hero. I'm the master of the 1-2 self-knockout punch. I believe in a better yesterday and a worse tomorrow. Usually I wear a dress. Well, it's not really a dress, it's a toga, because I am actually a Roman nobleman. Here's a message for all the kids. Kids, don't eat Tums. Save the money and buy an apple for the teacher. But make sure it's not a crab apple, or else she'll get a tummy ache and you won't get into Harvard. You can see it now. She'll write your recommendation. He tried to poison me. That might get you into Yale, but not Harvard. I used to count the hours until work was over. But the automated workplace changed all that. Now, I count the nanoseconds. And I can. I'd like to give you my favorite pickup line. If you lose a little weight, I'll go out with you. Try it sometime. I'm trying to gain legal recognition as an Indian tribe. so I can open up a casino in my belly button. I think we should drop an atomic bomb on Antarctica. So the penguins there, for the very first time, could fly. They could fly! Instead of going to Toscanini's down the street, why don't you go to the Wrong Heroes ice cream store and get my favorite flavor called arteriosclerosis in a drum. You know, they say God is in the details. I say he's been in there for 20 minutes and I wish he'd get out of there because my teeth are beginning to sing Anchors Away. Oh, and lest I forget, I like to mention, I hate words like genius, gifted, service, overachieving, and special, because none of them apply to me. You know, I think we should teach the Chinese to marginalize their dissenters, not by shooting them, but by refusing them a credit card. Because I'm sure that in China, like in most countries, a man without money is little more than a child. Oh, and here's a message from the Wrong Hero. Be a hostage and see the world, or at least a very small part of it. Now here's something that you should remember the next time somebody says something to you that you don't like say, you suck. I get this all the time. Say to them, that's what I just said. I'm running for president on a platform of universal health care, but I would advise you not to let me kiss your children because you never know what diseases I might have. Hi, I'm the Wrong Hero. I think my time is almost up. I'd like you to know, however, that I am the curator of the Museum of Broken Dreams. Wait till you see the gift shop. Yeah, a little bit of editing. Try cutting 100 for one. That would leave about 90 seconds worth of good stuff. Hi, I'm the Wrong Hero, and I'm mad as hell that I wasn't asked onto this show, but judging from the looks of it, I should be glad. It was a smooth career move not to get involved with this production of The Patty Show. Well, you don't have to worry if you're starved for Wrong Hero rootin', tootin', cowboy shootin', Bible totin' action, because next week on Cafe Cabaret, we're going to have a 2-hour feature film with the Wrong Hero entitled, And Hero Was His Name. I'm the Wrong Hero, and the things I want to change about myself are none of your concern. I fantasize about a planet of Earth slaves to do my bidding. What I want to do with them is none of your concern. But my most frequent pleasure is thinking about all the monkeys that done me dirt and what I plan to do with them. But I'll bet you are all a bunch of smelly monkeys. I'll bet all of you want to muscle in on my turf. I'll bet all of you want me to move to New York City. But New York City is hell, even though all my friends are there. Because all my friends are there. But don't get me wrong. Anyway, remember, in 1 week, The Wrong Hero's action-packed feature film, And Hero Was His Name. That's Cafe Cabaret, 9 p.m., the 15th of July. And then on the 23rd of July, we're going to have The Wrong Hero, The Modniks, and Ginger Butkus. And then, 2 weeks from then, which I guess would be, gee, I don't know, I can't add that fast. Oh my God, help, help, the 29th of June, 1993, we are presenting Preservation Act 2 in its entirety. In fact, there's Mr. Flash now. I think Mr. Flash wants to have a word with us. Mr. Flash is a man after my own heart.
He is a camera. Well, I'll tell you, America, you've only just begun to see the reign of terror and love I'm about to witness. I'm about to unleash upon this great country of ours because this is an example of just a small, infinitesimal amount. Not debaucherous or debauched, but something even far greater. Can you yet to imagine? Come on. Come on board, because I've got big plans for you, America, and you, Cable 69, or whatever you are called. What? Big plans.
Cable 69 indeed. What is he, dyslexic? Everybody knows that it's Cable 666, especially with Mr. Flash on. Well, I haven't finished my rootin' tootin' presentation yet, so I reckon I'm just going to go right ahead, right on ahead. Well, you know what I want to say to all the media in Boston? I want to say, you're the masterminds, big shots. You're the head honchos, big cheesies. You're holding the reins, big chiefs. You have the last word, Mr. Boss Men. You crack the whip, big boys. You're the men in the front office, Mr. Biggs. You're the men upstairs, masters. You're the men in the driver's seat, captains. You're at the helm, skippers. You call the big shots, big guys. You're the chief cook and bottle washer, chefs. You got the big shoes, number ones. Can I wipe your ass for you, governors? Back in colonial days, Boston used to burn its witches. Now it just ignores them. And that burns me up. Because I'm the wrong hero. And I say, the sun ain't so hot. And ice ain't all it's cracked up to be either. And the Arabs ain't so great. They invented zero. That's nothing. I want to talk a little bit about the Phoenix, the Globe, the Herald, and WBCN. Well, first of all, the Phoenix, all they ever do is tell yuppies how to stuff their faces. They're like a little training manual for people who earn over $35,000 a year and want to walk around Harvard Square with loathsome stuffed sandwiches and gelati and feeding their fat faces full of consumer crap. That's all the Phoenix is. And the Globe ain't any better either. It pretends to be a national newspaper. It's just some local little one-horse town hick newspaper. Kyle ran over Officer O'Reilly today. Page 3. Local boy wins spelling bee. Page 5. That's all it is. It's just some local little tawdry gossip sheet. And if the Globe is bad, oh my God, the Herald. It's our own version of the New York Post. Well, isn't that special? They got those wonderful monosyllabic headlines that anybody with a 4th grade education can spell out with their fingers. Maybe they could get some wise man to tell them, what's this word? It sort of looks like 2 mountains. That's an M. Well, all right, I think I understand this headline now, especially with the gratuitously sleazy picture that accompanies it. And of course, who could forget WBCN? Beautiful WBCN. Oh, my love child, WBCN. They pretend to be radical. All they are is imperialists, colonialists. Don't look at what they say. Just look at what they do. What they basically want to do is take over all of Boston, which is impossible, because that is my assignment, because I'm the wrong hero. You know, I don't like having to deal with artists. Artists are like insane people. They have their own little special world that they live in, and woe be to you if you should shatter their reality with some well thought out criticism of their world plan for master domination. I guess you might say they have the artistic temperament. Of course, you know who the last world leader to have the artistic temperament was. Hitler. That's right, Hitler. Can you just imagine if he had kept up with his art studies, he wouldn't have been dictator of all Germany. Of course, he might have been prone to delusions of grandeur. So,
You didn't like my paintings of the cathedral at Rouen. All gypsies report to the town square.
But at least he would have been merely a harmless eccentric. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Gee, I don't know. You ever try putting a raisin in the sun? What happens? It becomes even more crinkly and dried out. It's sort of like a raisin's raisin. Don't ask me senseless questions like that, because I'm the wrong hero, and I have very little patience with all of you. Because of this show, I would like to thank everybody who was responsible for the great success of this show. Basically me, but also the little people. Yes? The little people. Too little is said about the little people. Maybe it's because they're so little. Yeah, that's it. They're so tiny you step on them. You can't even see them. You can't even see straight, even if you can see them, because they're little people. And if you see little people, you probably figure you're going out of your mind or something. After all, how many times do you stumble into a twisted circus freak, a dwarf, a midget, a leprechaun, an elf? Not very often, I reckon. Otherwise, the boys in the white suits are going to take you in with butterfly nets to the happy home. That's what they're going to do if you confess to seeing the little people. So why do they always thank the little people? I say, thank the big people. They're the ones that can do you favors. This is the wrong hero, and I'll bet you thought you heard the last from me. Well, you're plumb mistaken if you think that's the case. Far from it, little man. No indeed. I'm still here, all right. I'm still plugging away. There's no way you're going to get me off the air, no matter how hard you try. And believe me, several attempts have been made. Malicious rumors have been spread concerning the wrong hero. That he speaks in a rant and that he's mentally unstable. All of these vicious rumors are lies. And when I get to be ruler of the world, I will see that the persons responsible for propagating them are exterminated. Because I'm the wrong hero. Now you're probably asking yourself, gee, wrong hero, how come you can't be nice like all the other heroes?